Так, ну чё ж, давайте-ка попробуем масс эффект 2. Так, похуй. Да-да-да, продолжить. Так, Джон Шепард, это у меня был. Ранг у меня 53, специализация солдат. Вот, отступник, капитан Шепард, отступник, да. Состояние Рекса. Урдонт Рекс выжил в ходе задания на Вермайре. Кайден Оленко погиб на Вермайре. Хуй с ним. Совет был уничтожен во время нападения на цитадель. Ну и заебись. Продолжим. Хуй бы на них вообще, блять. Совет на этот ебучий. Они меня пидоры бесили всю дорогу, блять. Читать не буду, сразу говорю. Может, по настроению. Есть по-нерусски просто. Базарит. Шепард молодец, все сделал правильно. Даже больше. Командующий Шепард обнаружил истину. Но даже этого мало. У нас война, никто не хочет признавать этого, но на человечество совершено нападение. А его посылают драться с гетами. Мы оба знаем, что главная угроза не они. Жнецы по-прежнему рядом. И мы должны их остановить. Совет никогда не поверит Церберу. Они не примут нашу помощь. Даже после всего, что достигли люди. Но Шеп, за ним они пойдут. Он же герой, черт возьми, икона. Но ведь это всего один человек. Если Шепард умрет, то и человечество не забрать. Значит, сделай так, чтобы он не умер. Ну, логично, чё. После опустошительной атаки геттов на Цитадель прошел месяц. Человечество стало наиболее влиятельной силой в галактике Совета, в главе которого теперь стали выходцы с Земли, вынужден был отреагировать на подтверждение того, что жнецы гигантской машины, уничтожающие все органические цивилизации раз в 50 тысяч лет, вернулись, чтобы подавить распространение слухов. А, и там похуй на паузе, сами почитайте. Кому надо, блядь. Отключать сверхзвуковые двигатели. Поглотитель излучения активирован. Все показатели в норме, режим тишины. Это Джокер Базальт. Теряем время. Мы 4 дня прочесываем сектор и до сих пор не нашли следов деятельности геттов. Здесь за последний месяц исчезло 3 корабля. С ними что-то случилось. Ставлено много торговцев в системе термоса и полно. Сигнал на сканере дальнего обнаружения. Неопознанный корабль, похоже, крейсер. Не совпадает ни с одной известной подписью. Крейсер меняет курс, теперь на траектории перехвата. Невозможно. Стелс-системы включены, корабль геттов не может. Это не гетт. Приготовиться к маневру уклонения. А! Блять, Пресли, о! Кинетические барьеры вышли из строя. Многочисленные повреждения, ошибки, орудия. Кто-нибудь пошути огонь. Пишу, как же. Блять, на, блять. Ай, блять. Ты не попай, ты же, Лера. Шепард. Аварийный маяк готов, Альянс успеет добраться сюда. Даже пусть постараются. Ох. Я не делал того лишь грузи всех в спасательную капсулу. Джокер все еще в руке, он не хочет эвакуировать. Я тоже не уйду. Нет времени на спор. Мне нужно, чтобы команда отправилась в спасательную капсулу. Я позаботюсь о Джокере. Блять, не хотел читать, да, Шепард. Ляра, давай, быстрее. Да, есть. На жопе шерсть. На синей, на твоей. Все внутрь, давай, давай, давай. Прикольненько у них капсулы спасателей. Хуяк, хуяк, хуяк. Ты, блядь. Побежали. Ой. СОС, космический корабль Альянс Нормандия, блядь. Ой, чем серьезный урон какой-то. Ну, же крошка, держись, ну. О, хуя. Космос открытый, блядь. Заебись. Красота среди бегущих, первых нет отстающих. А вон покер сидит, ебаный. Давай, Джокер, надо убираться отсюда. Нет, я не брошу Нормандию, я еще могу спасти ее. Не тупи, падла. Нормандия погибла, мы тоже погибнем, к чертовой матери. Нет, мы просто нужно. О, нет. Вот, короче, да нахуй не буду читать. Не хочу. Заебу. Рука. Это там было. Шепа, хуепа. Полетели. Ой, все пиздарики на воздушном шарике. Ну еще как ёбнулся от земли жопой болеть. О, Масяне эффект 2. Масс эффект 2. О, интерактивный комикс предыстории. Заебись. Его можно, наверное, будет почитать. Очередное рутинное задание. И почему перед заданием всегда так говорят? Рутинное, как же, пока не возьмешь. А уж когда возьмешь, когда начнешь принимать решения, выбирать дороги, вот тогда-то от рутины в общем мало что останется. Разумеется, так все было и в тот раз. Рутинное задание — среагировать на сигнал бедствия. Смотрите, к чему это привело. Мы испытывали Нормандию, новый корабль капитана Андерсона. Когда поступил сигнал, напали на патруль Альянса на Эйден Брайан. Патруль видел что-то, что не мог объяснить, что-то громадное. Со мной высадился мой лейтенант Кайден Оленко. Хороший парень, верный, исполнительный, одаренный биотик. Мы нашли единственную выжившую из патруля сержанта Эшли Уильямс, настоящего солдата, крепкую, дисциплинированную, готовую бороться с любыми трудностями. Эшли присоединилась к нам, отвела нас туда, где она потеряла свой отряд. Там-то мы и увидели корабль. Совершенно уникальное зрелище. Корабль был просто огромный. Улетая, он испепелил колонии и все ее окрестности. Мы прошли по выжженной земле к артефакту маяку, оставленному давно вымершей расой Титана. Этот маяк откопали колонисты. Похуй, сержант Уильямс слишком близко подошла к маяку и была атакована каким-то энергетическим оружием. Я схватил Эшли и отбросил ее от маяка, и тогда маяк нанес удар по мне. Все мускулы оцепенели, я с трудом мог пошевелиться, еле дышал, все потемнело, а потом я увидел нечто видение, сон, кошмар. Охуеть. Глюки, ёпта, что пиздец. Когда я очнулся, мы были на полпути к Цитадели, собирались встретиться с советом. Мне надо было объяснить увиденное. На совет явился Андерсон, пришел и Бледина, наш политический представитель на Цитадели. Казалось бы, с такой тяжелой артиллерией мы могли убедить совет, что увиденный нами корабль опасен, как и тот, кто организовал ту атаку. Главным подозреваемым в организации резни на Иден Прайм был турианский инспектор по имени Сарен. Я увидел один из лучших колонистов, и были основания предполагать, что корабль связан с Сареном. Но даже обвинений Бледины было недостаточно, чтобы убедить совет. Совет не мог так просто повторить, поверив в то, что избранный инспектор, короче, сука. Совет нужны были веские доказательства. К счастью, мне не пришлось искать их. Помочь вызвался Гарри, турианский агент СБЦ. Несмотря на приказ своего начальства не вмешиваться, он сказал мне, что и раньше подозревал Сарена и какими-то данными, что еще важнее, Гарри охотно этим данными поделился. Так я нашел Рекса Крогана, крупнее грозни которого мне в жизни не доводилось видеть. Жил Рекс охотой за головами. Но, как оказалось, он был непростым головорезом и мыслью. Блядь, беглянка оказалась юной, энергичной, корианкой, пойми, Тали, блядь. Пизду устал, не буду читать. Так, может, некоторые словечки прочитаю.
But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions, but not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara. A Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I told Liara about how I felt. Apparently she'd felt it too. But we agreed we wouldn't let it get in the way of our mission. Finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead. Benezia. Saren had taken her to Novarian, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone. With the information, I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. but the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her.
Пиздоболы, блин. Я видел.
With Saren's top lieutenant
все
dead,
ушли.
he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Caden was a good man, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Ash. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Caden's death. She could sense my doubts. We both knew this mission could be our last. Until that moment, we'd put our feelings aside for the sake of that mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other, and it was perfect. While it lasted. We arrived on Ilos, close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He had caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council could be replaced. The fleets were needed here and now if we were going to defeat Sovereign. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, the battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right.
Конечно, Андерсон, это что тупишь-то, ёпта?
Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
Так. Чё это? Говно какое-то изнутри, что ли?
Commander Shepard has been recovered.
Капитан Шепард
The
установлен.
Lazarus project will proceed as planned.
Проект Лазарь будет продолжаться по плану. Это организм, ёпта. Ебать он. Разъёбан весь напрочь. Что за хуйня, блядь? Опа. Ну да. Да. Похуй. Чё его гоните-то? Я солдатом был, солдатом и помру. Идите нахуй. Уяк. О, ваши достижения дают вам доступ к следующим бонусам. Выберите один из этих. О, оборону хочу. Да? Да. Да, оборону. Вот. Да, блядь, похуй. Похуй. Пойдем.
He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. My God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Another dose.
У меня так запоздана иногда бывает.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal level.
О,
That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again. Wake up, Commander.
просыпайтесь, капитан, просыпайтесь.
Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility
Что
is under
толкаешь?
attack.
Да и хуй с вами
Shepard, your
напали. Что
scars aren't
толкаешь?
healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack.
Какой страшон, блядь, ебот какой.
There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry!
Ага, сейчас возьмем пистолет.
Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a...
Подожди. Вот. Так. Ага. Ну давай-ка сначала совершенство в бою. Вот так вот раз. Так, так, так. Так вот 20. Че, у меня там один остался? А мне его никуда не впихнуть. Здесь везде по 2. Потом сюда, сюда, сюда. Короче, потом разберемся. Я... Бегу, бегу. Хуяк. Эй, че нахуй творит? Оп. Иди нахуй. Оп. Давай, хуяк. Бегу, бегу, бегу. Прыг. Хуяк. Иди нахуй, тварь. Ах ты ж падла, блядь. Падла ебучая тварь. Ты чё? Садись. Мразь, Надя, иди сюда, сука. Чмонить. К челнокам. Сейчас подберемся к челнокам. Подожди. Ничего здесь нет, нихуя. Спиздить даже, суки, нечего, блядь. Как так-то, блядь? А? Як? Ай, там роботы. Где вы? Вон он. Вот он, пидор. Иди сюда, мразь. Гнида ты. Сука, я косой, блядь. Пиздец, какой косой, нахуй. А, слушай, мразь. Гнида ты. Тварь. Падла, сука. Пошел. Пошел нахуй. Да пошел. Блядь, тварь ебучая. Падла. Сука, гнида ебаная. Пидоры. А я знаю, что nice work, блядь. Заебись, короче, сказала она. Давай. Хуяк. Все берем, блядь. Подожди. Чпок. Да не ссы, блядь, не тратьте время. Даже это она там что-то. Прыгнемся, блядь. О! Оп, на нахуй. Получили. Пидор. Бежим, бежим, не ссы. Да. Да похуй мне, что у тебя роботы там приближаются. О, смотри, ползут. Твари ебаные. Что это?
Major organs are again functional and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Все, попиздила. Подожди, что это? Мой? хуйня.
Log update.
Так.
The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But
4
nobody seems to
миллиарда
care that we've
кредитов,
gone over
нихуя.
budget. I don't know where the boss gets all his money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Пиздец, блин, 4 ляма потратили. Какой ляма? Миллиарда? Подожди. Оп, сохранимся сразу, потому что если такая ёбань бывает, нахуй, то это пиздец. Как? Ах ты ж падла, блядь. Оп, оп. Так, оп. Оп, оп. Так. Оп, эй, оп. Так, вот так вот, оп, оп. Давай, оп, оп. Есть. Заебись. Денежки нам нужны, здесь просто пиздец. Их здесь, сука, не хватает никогда, нихуя. Нам столько всякой хуетени надо будет покупать, что ебануться можно. О! Пиздатый чувак. Да, бездушная стерва она. А ты что здесь? Ты чего здесь? Иди сюда. Опа, на! Ладно, получается. А как? А вот так, наверное. Ты кто, блядь? Чмо.
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for...
Hostiles detected.
Damn it!
Вот дерьмо, да. Согласен. О,
Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
Так.
Да,
хорош мне указывать.
Fair enough.
Ответы давай.
I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship
Давай,
were
рассказывай.
attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead
Мы
can be when
погибли?
we brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time.
Здорово, добро
Welcome back to your
пожаловать.
life.
Спасибо.
This doesn't look like
Так,
an alliance
где мы?
facility.
It isn't. I can't say much more than that for now. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles,
какого хуя?
they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors
Чё
from
с
the Normandy?
экипажем?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
О,
Combat system engaged.
так, а как управлять, я не помню нихуя. А, левый shift, вот точно. Оп. Так. На. Вот, да. Давай. Молодец.
Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions.
Окей.
What do you want to know?
Да, давай-ка попиздим. Так.
The
Давай
last thing I
сначала за
remember is the
команду.
Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an
Ой,
explosion.
Пресли
But everyone
жалко,
else,
сука.
including the non-alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of
Yeah,
them are
you
doing
know.
now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
Найти
They were
их
my
надо.
team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
Да.
Do you know anything
Что
about
за
this
атака на
attack?
станцию?
Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
Охуеть.
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean?
Что за
Cloning?
технология?
Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were.
Это
You're still
хорошо,
you.
что не клонировали.
You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What can you
Sure,
tell me
the
about the
project.
project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Охуеть.
What's your
Так,
job
ты
here?
чё за чмо?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant. But I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
When I
Так,
first
что за
woke
Миранда?
up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to
Да-да,
take care of
звук
herself.
выстрелов.
But I hope she's okay.
What's the
Короче,
quickest way to
погнали
those
отсюда.
shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if you...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Уилсон, пидорюга.
Wilson,
Что ты там
this is
делаешь?
Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I
Shut up,
remember
that
Wilson
guy.
checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Пойдем. Сейчас, подожди только.
Log update. The Lazarus project is about to enter the final phase. It's taken nearly 2 years, but we did it. Commander Shepard is alive.
Подожди. О, у меня здесь греющие патрончики есть. А что это плюта? Вот у меня это все здесь есть.
This is the most amazing medical achievement in recorded history.
О,
Maybe now Miranda will finally show some appreciation for everything I've done.
здесь нету больше нигде. Ничего. Ну, хуй с ним. Что палить?
Threat detected.
Damn it, Wilson. This room's
Пошел
crawling
нахуй.
with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
System not designed for specialized ammunition.
На, сука, тварь. Падла, блядь. Иди нахуй.
Wilson, find us another route out of here. Preferably one that doesn't lead straight into an enemy squad.
Just keep moving toward the control room. Don't get pinned in. Oh god. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Помогите.
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
Oh god. I'm hit! They shot me!
Меня попали. Ай, боже, помогите, спасите. Сука, нытик ебучий, блин.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Все. Круто. Будем знать.
Shepard! Down here!
Че тебе надо, падла?
Bastards
got me in the
leg!
Я
You were
тебя
there the first
помню,
time I
пидор.
regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me.
Да, я там был.
How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
Давай, блядь. Стой. Где у меня единство-то? А нахуя, если я мог просто на трешку нажать? Распиздяй.
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
I don't care who set up who. Those mechs are shooting at all of us. We'll sort it out later.
We need to find Miranda first. We can't just leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Haven't known her long enough to trust her.
This project was Miranda's baby. She'd never sabotage it.
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... We can over...
Твою мать, ах ты ж тварь, блядь. Подожди. О, на.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
Заебись, да? Подожди теперь, сука. Это что, это единство? Эй, ах ты ж тварь, ты ебаная падла.
Will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't
Игра
make it if
вылетела
he's
просто.
expecting a shot in the back.
Сука.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass,
Sure.
Jacob.
The Lazarus Project. The program that we built you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Так,
You told me you were with the Alliance. I don't like being played
что
for
ты
a
меня
sucker.
наебал?
I didn't lie to you, Commander. I was with the Alliance before I joined Cerberus. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too, but right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what.
Какой обманщик
Once
афроамериканский,
we're off the
блядь.
station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive Man. Is he in charge of all this?
Что за призрак, блядь?
Yeah, that's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
I don't care what his name is. He just needs to answer my questions. All of them.
He spent a lot of money and time bringing you back. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to tell you whatever you want to know.
It's not much farther to the shuttle bay.
Здесь нет нихуя. О, 8 отступничка, это заебись. Сколько летит? Маловато, сука. Пиздец как. Давай. Так. По-моему, помню как. Ну, не уверен. Ага, вот так. Вот так. Так. Где, блядь, сука? Ай, твари ебаные падают. Блядь, не вижу нихуя. Вот, наверное. Точно. Есть. Сохранимся сразу, блядь. Давай, сука. Я.
They've seen us.
Ебучая тварь, ах ты ж падла, сука, гнида. На, нахуй. Иди нахуй, тварь ебучая. Ах ты ж падла ты ебучая. Где?
Please reconsider your aggressive attitude.
Пойдем сюда. Кто здесь? Где? Где кто? Кто это был? Я не понял. Что это я здесь проебал сейчас? Вроде бы ничего. Ах ты тварь его ебучая. Вы что здесь делаете? Западу. На нахуй. Иди нахуй, тварь.
Impact imminent.
Ах ты ж сука. Уйди нахуй. Садись. Где там? Кто там? Иди сюда, пидор ебучий. Ты гнида ты.
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Да? Ну ладно. Так, погнали. Хоп. Вот так вот. Где там у нас синенькая сверху? Вот она. Оп. Вот так вот. Оп. Вот так вот. Заебись. Здесь мы взяли. Хорошо. Так. Вот здесь, сука, блять, вот это больше всего не люблю хуйню. Это просто пиздец просто какой-то. Давай, блядь. Хоп. Давай, хоп. Так вот, хоп. Ах ты ж тварь, блядь, падла. Хоп. Давай, блядь, сука. Есть. Нормальненько так пока получается. Обходится. Заебись вроде. Что здесь? Дверь только. Все. Ну пойдем.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you are...
Давай, сюда, мы почти. Что вы там почти?
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
Мертва? Ага.
My job.
А хули он выебался?
Wilson betrayed us all.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for
Ох ты
years.
что какая.
What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
I had a feeling Wilson was just looking for a chance to shoot me in the back.
Good instincts. Some people are far too trusting to ever see that coming. Come on, let's grab this shuttle and get out of here. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Да.
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the
Где
attack?
была ты?
Besides trying to save your life? Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area.
Что там с
If
другими?
they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Where are we going?
Another
Хуй с
Cerberus
вами.
facility.
Куда
The
едем?
elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the
Да,
station.
если я нахуй
You
пошлю.
want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's
Что
right.
за лазер
I put 2
проект?
years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you
Ты
should
2
ask the
года?
elusive man when
Нахуй.
you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Ну
Or
ладно,
2
похуй,
in your
пойдем.
case. Come on.
На обе жизни точно, блядь. Цербер это эти ебанутые ученые там, да, которые были ползунов этих там
Before you
выращивали.
meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few
Давай,
questions
тупые.
to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years?
Так,
I've been gone
2
that
года,
long.
блядь.
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an
Охуеть.
operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you grew up on Earth.
Давай.
Tough environment, no parents. You enlisted and led troops during some heavy fighting, most notably on Torfin. Do you remember taking on some Batarian slavers?
Those bastards were dug in deep in a fortified bunker.
Да,
I
мне
sent a lot of
похуй.
good soldiers to their deaths. That's how it had to be.
You got the job done. That's all that matters. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility, you had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Lieutenant Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
Being in command means that sometimes you give orders knowing that your people are gonna die. That can't affect your decisions. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right.
Ты
We'll
еще
have
не
to
видел
hope the elusive man
боевых
accepts
навыков,
our little field test as evidence enough. The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Так,
I wouldn't keep the elusive man
в
waiting.
следующей комнате пошел он
I
нахуй.
wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
Ну и похуй.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Заставлять его ждать, а
The
ты...
elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Это я услышал. Ой, иди нахуй, давай сюда. Опа. Внешний вид хочу посмотреть. Он как додик, блять. О, бомжара вообще нахуй, смотри. Вообще бомжара какой-то. Похуй, давай так. Броня, что у нас с броней? Что это за тип? Ух ты. Ух ты, ух ты, ух ты, ух ты. Круто, круто. Идите нахуй. Где моя? Так. Пускай будет нагрудник, плеч. А что они дают? Усиление щита, урон в рукопашном. А здесь... О, оружием. Ну, здесь, короче, получше все. Ну и давай на похуй. В принципе. Подожди-ка. Я. Так, с журнала давай-ка заглянем. Пробуждение. Поговорить с призраком и все, что ли? Но здесь нет нихуя. Жук. Хуяк. Рентгенчик який.
Commander Shepard.
Курилка картонная, блядь.
Elusive man.
Да-да,
I
командир
thought we'd be
Шепард.
meeting face to face.
A necessary precaution. Not unusual
Face
for
to
people
face.
who know what you and I know.
From what I hear, I cost you a fortune. Why'd you do it?
Давай ответы.
For the defense and preservation of humanity. I didn't spend 2 years and billions of credits bringing you back to serve as a common soldier. But humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
I noticed a few upgrades. I hope you didn't replace
Нормально.
anything really important.
We tried to keep you as intact as possible. We need Shepard, just as you were when you defeated Sovereign.
What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and Igeth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy.
Что за похищение?
Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
The Alliance is overwhelmed by the responsibility you gave them. They're too busy building relations to put resources into verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to
Так,
bring me
ага,
back.
почему я?
You're unique, not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment. You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
If you're after the Reapers, just point me in the right
А,
direction.
с чего начнем?
Miranda was worried you'd be resistant. She's not usually wrong. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
I'll get what you're looking for and be back before you know it.
Похуй,
Good to
найдем
hear.
доказательства.
Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
О, это я левел сейчас получил, что-то не понял. Сейчас глянем.
The elusive man is very impressed with
Давайте
you.
с собой сначала
I'm eager to see if
пиздим.
you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
Да.
I can't have anyone disobeying my commands when we get there.
Давай
I
так
know who I
сначала.
report to. As long as you don't do anything to betray Cerberus, I'll follow your orders.
What's the matter, Lawson? Worried you're not his favorite anymore?
I've proven my value to the elusive man. Let's hope you're able to do the same.
Are you naturally this bitchy, or is it just me?
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a
Да,
liability to our
такая.
cause.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
Ага, давай-ка
I
залазай.
wasn't in charge. The elusive man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted
Чё
you
б ты
with some type
изменила?
of control chip.
Хуй длиннее
But the
сделала.
elusive man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your
ты
personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications?
А ты
I can
чё?
crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No, the
Видел,
elusive man
учил.
recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an
Ладно, всё,
assignment.
иди
We can
нахуй
talk
тогда.
about it or we can do
Ищешь
it.
друзей, иди нахуй. Да, да.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you
Тихо.
to join us, Commander.
Cerberus gave me my body back. That's worth giving them a chance. One chance.
But you're still not convinced. Do you trust me, Commander?
I haven't made up my mind about you yet.
At least you're giving me
No,
a
yeah.
chance. Most Alliance soldiers hate Cerberus on principle.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress.
Задание.
Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in
Что
total.
там?
Stationed all over the galaxy.
Валенсика,
Even
да.
spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative.
Корсар,
They hired
пиратик.
independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules. But there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never
Как в
making a
Цербер
difference.
попал.
So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. The old council was dead, and humanity took control of the new one. But nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
That's all for now.
А, ну
Yes, sir.
все. Пойдем. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. О, итоги задания. Шепарду вместе с оперативниками Тейлором и Лоусоном, Лоусону удалось покинуть атакованный комплекс. Подрыв взрывного устройства полностью уничтожил комплекс. Спасательные отряды не смогли найти никаких улик на месте трагедии. По рекомендации Миранды я провожу проверку в других подразделениях, чтобы удостовериться, что Уилсон был единственным кротом. Несмотря на затраты, проект Лазарь можно считать успешным. Шепард снова с нами. Ха-ха-ха. Успешно завершив Mass Effect 2, вы получаете следующее преимущество. Плюс 25 опыта на всех заданиях. Вы сохраняете все тяжелое оружие, заработанное в предыдущих играх. Плюс 200 тысяч кредитов. 200 же. Ну-ка, раз, два, три. Ну да, 200. 50 тысяч нулевого элемента, 50 тысяч лидии, 50 тысяч палладия, 50 тысяч палладина. Круто. Скорострельный гранатомет, любимое оружие наемников орка из кровавой стаи. Одним удачным выстрелом способен поразить сразу несколько целей. Эффективен против брони, щитов и биотических барьеров. О, кредитиков 7500. Пойдем отсюда.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Что
Nothing.
там с другими колониями?
No signs of
Слышно?
attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappear. We've got no target to go after.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
We're gonna find out who did this and take him down. Nothing gets in our way. Am I clear?
Perfectly, Commander.
Good to have you here, Shepard.
Заебись, что я здесь. Вам просто фартануло. Шо, блядь, 4 миллиарда нахуй. Что это здесь у нас такое? Так, погоди-ка. Так. Вот. Давай. Ок. Вот так вот. Опа. Так, вот так, шпок. Идем. Так, вот так тоже сразу хуяк. нет
Looks like
нихуя.
everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
Шея. Да-да, ушел кто-то, не попрощавшись, блядь. Нет, нихуя. Пойдем сюда.
Strange. No bodies, no structural
Надо все
damage,
обшманывать.
no signs of battle.
Нет следов сражений, ничего у нее здесь нету, блядь. Ничего я не проебал? Вроде бы нет. Может, ну там что? Да понял, я знаю, я куда мне идти, идите нахуй, видишь, шмонаю. Левый shift, ну нате, вот так вот, на всякий случай, блядь. Вот, сука, успокоились. Здесь нет нихуя. О, запчасти. О, штучка, кредит. Хуя, штука лишней не бывает.
Sounds like Fenris next.
Ебать, мой хуй, иди.
Disabled at the other point.
Requesting allied force casualty.
Иди сюда, потом. На, блядь, тварь ебаная. Пидор, блядь, снова нахуй. Уйди нахуй.
Shoot them before they take out your shield.
Тварь ебаная, смотри, падают какие, суки.
Member offline.
Those mechs shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
Да я понял, что мы здесь не одни, только что нас вон роботы расхуячили почти, блядь. А эта дуреха у меня думает, что я дурак вообще, блядь, говорит, что мы здесь не одни, блядь. Блядь, ежу нахуй понятно, блядь. Всем понятно вообще. Оп. Так, секунду, сохраняшку сразу. И вот так, оп. Ой, блядь, целых 2 косаря, как бы не прогибать бы их. Давай, блядь. Сука. Есть. Блядь, есть. Есть. Отлично. Хуяк.
Enemies in front!
Excuse me.
Где кто? Пошел нахуй. Тварь какая, блядь, а? О, косарик еще. Ништяк. Так бы проебал бы его.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle
Кварики.
this. Wait.
Ой,
Shepard,
это ж талишка.
any chances
with
Cerberus operatives.
put
Шепард?
those weapons down. Shepard, is that... You're alive?
Да?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally?
Да?
Did it
Ладно.
help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
I know Cerberus has a bad past, but they're the only group investigating these missing colonies. The Council turned its back on humanity. I haven't.
Tali, you aren't seriously considering trusting Cerberus.
No, I'm trusting Shepard. And besides, we could use the help. One of our people was here on pilgrimage. His name was Vitor. We came to find him.
Everyone else is dead. What makes you think
Да?
Vitor survived?
Думаешь, он жив?
We saw him when we landed.
You saw him? Then why isn't he with you already?
Vitor was injured, and he was always, nervous.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Да.
You should head back to your ship, Tally. We'll let you know when we find Vitor.
Like hell. I'm not letting Cerberus take over.
Neither am I, Praza. There are too many drones out there. You'll need 2 teams to get past them. And it would be a gesture of goodwill for my people. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do.
Пусть
Good luck,
пойдем.
Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
Да, рада, что я снова рядом. Здесь у тебя голосок-то получше, чем, блядь, на русском был. Вот, блядь, опять героя дали. Да потому что я долбоёб. Ой, куда полетели? Тварь ебаная, иди сюда. Пидор, блять. Ух ты же, блять. Это я зря сделал. Похуй, давай. Ты ж мразь, ты ж падла, блять. Гнида, ты ж ебаная, ты ж сука. Давай, блять. Есть. Фу. Что это? Все там. Там больше ничего нету. Нет, так нет. Подожди-ка сейчас. Так, хуяк. Ой, твари ебаные. Ты ж падла, блядь, пошел нахуй. Иди сюда, ты. Где он? Ой, ебучка, сучка, ты чё? Ой, ебаная падла. Где он? Вон он. Все, пизда ему.
We should have expected this.
Come on, we can still catch them.
Сейчас пойдем, не ссы. Чпок. Так. Здесь нет больше нихуя. Ну и хуй с вами. Твари вы ебаные, вы что здесь, сука, а? Где они? А, вон они.
We are inside the loading docks. Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
Сейчас, подожди. QE. Понял.
Take point, Shepard. We'll cover the door.
Дурачок бы не понял.
Got it.
Подожди, ты туда.
Going to cover.
Подожди. Так, а ты сюда.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
On it.
Ох ты ж, сука. творят эти, блядь, железные уёбки.
That mech got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
А хули они там уёбываются-то?
Overlord will take out their shields.
Да? Думаю. Пошел ты нахуй, иди сюда. Оп. Иди нахуй, тварь ебаная. Что падает? А? Иди нахуй, тварь ебаная. Уйди, сука, нахуй, пидор ты ебучий. Ох ты ж, сука, животное. Давай, восстанавливай. Иди нахуй. Угу. Ишь ты ж тварь, блядь, какая, блядь.
This is valuable.
Животина, блядь. Ебучая. Оп. Так, подожди. Давай. О, 3 косаря, нихуя. Это ж пиздец сколько. Бляди, вы ёбаные твари, сука. Ай, я запутался, блядь. По-моему, я запутался. Давай быстрей. Оп. Так, блядь. Так, оп. Так, вот так, давай, блядь, оп. Давай, блядь, быстрее, сука. Давай, оп. Сука, блядь, проебал немножечко. Чуть-чуть. Ну и хуй с ним. Это только немножечко. Чуть-чуть вообще. Угу. Так, здесь ничего нет. Что-то есть. Что это? А, хрупкий контейнер. Хуй с ним. Так, здесь ничего нет. Пойдем сюда. О, валяется, видишь? Талии, блядь.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded shepherd. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Угу. Хорошо, хорошо. Сейчас найдем этого Витора, блядь. Он там, он, я знаю. Сейчас мы тут храняшку замутим.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Нет.
Vitor?
No Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find.
Vitor?
Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Эй, очнись.
Great. We come all this way and our only witness is a babbling idiot.
Swarms coming. Storm coming. Storm of swarms. Mechs will protect.
Я. Оп.
You're not one of them. You're human. They didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
That some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
Так. Давай-ка
I want to know
заколлекционируем
more about the
сначала.
collectors.
Yeah.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the elusive man can figure it out.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
Why didn't the collectors take you?
Swarms didn't
Как
find me.
съебался.
Monsters didn't know I was here.
The collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We finally find a witness, and he's so off his nut he can't even tell us what he saw.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it. But it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Callie will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
The data from his Omnitool should be quite useful.
We're still analyzing it. But more importantly, you confirm the collectors are behind the abductions.
Tell me what you know about these collectors.
They periodically travel to the terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the collectors getting from these deals?
The collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
The Collectors are definitely a human enemy. But how do we know there's a connection to the Reapers?
Their focus shifted to humanity only after you and the human fleet destroyed Sovereign. The abductions are related, even if the Alliance and the Council refuse to believe it. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
I hate waiting, but I'll need a team. A good one.
Давай.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the Collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop
Хорошая
Sarah and
команда
the
была.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Where's Ashley Williams?
She's still with the Alliance.
Так, что там с
Promoted,
Эшли?
I believe. Her file is surprisingly well classified.
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to
Что там,
Chichanka,
Рекс?
and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
What about Tally? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
Так, далее.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few
Got it.
months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium.
Ляра.
My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
Ладно,
You're a leader,
похуй.
Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
Спектр я еще.
If you think you could convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the Collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Ладно.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Morden Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
Sounds good. What else?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Кто там? Полупокер.
Hey, Commander.
Точно, вот.
Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, records sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Elusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
О, крутой кораблик. СР-2.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
Нормандия. Итоги задания. Подтверждено, что на путь свободы напали именно коллекционеры. Витор, уцелевший кварианец, вернулся на мигрирующий флот Стали Зорой. Мы постараемся добыть из его инструментрона максимум полезной информации. Боеприпасики к тяжелому оружию, вот, плюс 15. Кредитики. Десятку, блядь, и 9,936. Ой, блядь, чуть-чуть я только не добрал. Иридия, 2 штучки. Похуй, пойдем.
Welcome aboard the New Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
You still don't get it, do you? You're not in charge of this mission. I am.
Operative Lawson makes a valid point, Shepard. Without the Professor, any encounter with the Collectors would result in failure.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Shut that thing down. I don't want it on my ship.
Have I offended?
Shepard spent a great deal of time fighting rogue AI. Geth, mostly. Plus that incident with the Alliance's Hannibal system on Luna.
Your distrust is logical, Shepard, unlike the irrational mistrust of most humans. However, I am no threat to you or anyone else. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the 3 of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map in the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Так. Ну давай сначала тогда сюда. Оп. Эй, вот так вот. Такс. Улучшение. Непрочитанные сообщения. Что это за архивные? Нету? Ладно. Непрочитанные. Уяк. От Андерсона. На случай, если слухи про Дилу и на самом деле живы, прошу вас встретиться со мной в цитадели. За прошедшие 2 года многое изменилось. Вы подарили нам власть, и только вы по праву можете подтвердить или опровергнуть дошедшие до наших ушей. Похуй. Вот, договор с Массиани. Шепард. Мы завершили переговоры с опытом наемником Заидом Массани. Его имя, возможно, заковывал. Заид принимал участие во многих известных, а также абсолютно неизвестных операциях в системах терминус, где показал себя безжалостным и неустрашимым бойцом. Мне кажется, что такой человек мог бы вам пригодиться, поэтому я провел переговоры и сделал так, чтобы он вступил в ваш отряд. Сейчас он на Омеге тратит свой последний гонорар, там его и можно найти. Все денежные вопросы с ним я решил. Повелитель пламени. Капитан. Пропал след корабль Розали, связанный с Цербером. Экипаж корабля испытывал новый прототип транспортного средства «Молот». Кроме того, на борту корабля были работающие на нас ученые, доктор Мануэл Кайша и доктор Роберт Олой. Мы хотим, чтобы вы разыскали корабль, его исследовательскую команду и ученых. Последний раз корабль Розали видели на планете Зиона, система Листа, предела Смара. О, это адмирал Хапита. Капитан Шепард, мы полагаем, что найденные в результате сканированной системы Амады данные заинтересуют вас. Найдено место падения Нормандии. Альянс хочет почтить память Нормандии и воздвигнуть памятник на месте, где нашли последний приют и ее обломки. Мы хотели бы, чтобы вы в числе первых побывали на месте трагедии и установили там памятник. После нападения коллекционеров на Нормандию 20 членов экипажа до сих пор числятся пропавшими без вести. Если вам удастся отыскать доказательства их смерти, пожалуйста, предоставьте их органам Альянса. Желаю удачи, капитан. Ага. Броня. Ну, броня мне нахуй не нужна. Это тоже. Ага. Это тоже мне нахуй не надо. Шлем нахуй не нужен. Да не надо мне это. Не надо. Это тоже не надо. Это пригодится. Это не надо. О, властелин. Шепард. Одно наше отделение без каких-либо предупреждений перестало выходить на связь. В проекте «Властелин» задействована достаточно опасные технологии. Я хочу, чтобы вы с этим разобрались. Перед отделением поставлена достаточно щекотливая задача, поэтому я не могу доверять этому каналу все детали операции. Вы найдете отделение на планете Айда системы Тифона, которая находится в скоплении Феникс. Пожалуйста, соблюдайте осторожность. Ясненько. Встреча с Касуми Кода. Шепард, затратив немало денег и усилий, мы разыскали опытную воровку Касуми Кода, Касуми, и убедить ее поработать с вами. Блять, что убедить? Убедили, наверное. Блять, мало кто слышал о ней, и уж совсем мало кто может утверждать, что видел ее лично. А непревзойденный мастер маскировки и скрытного проникновения ее навыки сослужат вам бесценную службу. Отправляйтесь на цель в район Закера. Там вы найдете особенный рекламный терминал, отличающийся от остальных. Чтобы поговорить с Касуми, введите на терминалы пароль «Молчание золота». Мотыга, заебись. Хуйня. Фаланга, заебись. Хуйня. Лей. Броня и кесси. Хуйня. Нету. Заебись.
Welcome aboard, Commander. I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been
О,
assigned as
здорово,
your
ты кто?
administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Is there anything I should know?
Joker would like to speak to you on the bridge. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
Ух ты.
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes. I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
I might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that's an enticing thought. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Хвостом
I
завилял.
better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Все, пока. Конечно, пообщаемся. Если ты... Так, что это? Где это? Что это выучить надо было? Где? Карта галактики, мне ее не надо. Да где, блять, сука? Только что? А, во. Вот изучили же, да? Все. Так, вот это изучим.
Trimming compensators, decimal 1-2. Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats! Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
I don't trust them. We still need to move ahead, but it's all too convenient.
Maybe you're right. I guess it's hard to argue when they install an AI to spy on us. We're staying though, right? I mean, the seat is real leather.
Good to see you're keeping it all in perspective, Joker.
Leather? Commander.
I assume everything is going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
I don't have time to babysit you, Joker. Find a way to deal with it.
Yeah, reasoning with the intercom is not my strong point.
Your problem, not mine.
Thanks, I'll remember this.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. As for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Yes, Shepard.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the elusive man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
The elusive man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Ой, блядь. Ладно, пойдем, короче, сразу со всеми этими распиздяями потрещим. Распиздяйками. И будем заканчивать первый выпуск. О, что нашел? Смотри. Хуяк, Шепард. Ну-ка. Штурмовая мститель. Нет. Мотыга мне надо. Да. Так, дробовик. Нет. Нет. Клык. Вот, да. Опа. Нет. Фалангу давай. Опа. Гранатомет. Нет. Договор. Ой, ну ладно, пускай будет гранатомет. Фаланга, где ты? Ну и все нормально. Пойдем.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk. And you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
It's good to hear a clear opinion. Sounds like we're two of a kind.
That honors me more than you, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
Сейчас скажу, блядь.
Can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
How are we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
Probably the same as everyone else. I just want to figure out what the real threat actually is. Got no problem with risk. I just need a clear goal. Anything else, Commander?
What do you think of the state of the crew?
We don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met her. It took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved the Citadel like you, but what's the saying? Good deeds like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Командир. Конечно, командир, блядь. Так.
Commander, you've received a new message at your
Пойдем
private
к
terminal.
Миранде. Чего
Earlier when we
сказала?
spoke, you were very open with me.
Ты чё
I like
пиздишь-то
that.
так?
But I hope I didn't come across as too flirty.
О,
I
да.
don't want to overstep my bounds.
Так.
You're very charming, Kelly.
Thank you. The feeling is mutual. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Take care.
Нет, ничего. Чё ты меня наебываешь-то, блядь?
What's this area of the ship?
Пизда деловая.
This is the
Иди
Combat
сюда.
Information Center. Here, the crew receives sensor data and coordinates gunnery and damage control efforts. While Normandy is flown from the bridge, during combat, the commanding officer issues orders from the CIC.
Так. Ага. Ну давай сюда. Вякс.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific. But we're all working towards the same goal. We keep our ranks and structure similar to the Alliance. A lot of our recruits started there, but not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
Конечно, как скажу, блядь. Подожди, давай еще попиздим.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Мразь?
You have a minute, Miranda?
Вот.
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
What exactly are your duties, aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the elusive man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the elusive man, updating our status.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Chef surprise again. Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
Real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Mess Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
You have everything you need.
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help. Be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Ладно, все. Угу. Иди нахуй.
What's this area of the ship?
Что у нас здесь
The sick
такое?
bay.
Что это?
It is equipped to provide short-term emergency care. In the event of critical injury, personnel must be transferred to a fully equipped medical facility.
Commander Shepard,
Chambers,
I
блядь,
watched the
старушка.
Normandy crumble
Здорово.
with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
Nice to see a familiar face, Doctor.
I feel the
Да-да.
same. I wish more of the original crew could be here. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Все, что?
Commander.
Ладно, все. Угу. Командор. Уяндер, блядь.
Oh, she's a cutie.
Видишь, вот тоже
How
какие-то
old?
болтушки.
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Круто.
Shepard, the men's restroom is on the port side of the ship.
Туалетик. Круто. Я понял, что в бабский забежал. О, мужской. И чё? Как поссать здесь? Или помыться хотя бы? Чё, никак? Сволочуги, бляди. Хуй с вами. Так, в инженерную.
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck. It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's embarked ground vehicle and shuttle.
My last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
This ship is nearly twice the mass of the previous Normandy. It is more difficult to land the ship on high-gravity worlds.
Там чё? Чё здесь такое? Ну-ка. О, красный свет, блядь, интим, ёптать. Нет здесь нихуя. Интим только один. Сюда чпокаться, наверное, ходят все. Какие-то мурази. Что это? Нет, здесь нихуя.
What's this area of the ship?
This is main engineering, which contains the ship's main fusion plant and Mass Effect core.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I didn't hear an officer on deck. I run this ship military. Do you two think this is all a joke?
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir.
Won't happen again, sir.
At ease. Who are you?
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there is an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected, it's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Так.
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Are you set up okay down here?
Outside of those T6 FBA couplings we mentioned, we're doing fine.
I bet you could find them in the Omega markets if you wanted to help us out.
Anything else?
Carry on.
Will do, Commander. What can we do for you, Commander?
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Да ничем, иди
I'm
нахуй.
amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you he would.
Ага, сказала она, что я приду. Откуда могла знать как-то? Так. Сюда вот так хуяк. Бля. Все, спать пора, блядь, расчихался уже.
What's this area of the ship?
Пиздец, блядь.
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
Пиздец, о. все в пизду, блядь. Ебал я в рот. Так, сейчас распределим сразу. Так. Так, ну все. Первая часть закончилась пока. Спасибо за просмотр всем, кто смотрел. До скорых встреч.